feel like I'm watching the news, hearing this soundtrack. Oh shit, fucking autoplay, please. It says deep, deep, far, far, far. Thinking only about that and I've arrived this far. This place is the world's other side. Objective. Unknown territory of undefined. The deep depth sea. Yeah, this is the most shallowest and most deep place that you could ever see. This is the most closest and the farthest. This is the closest and farthest underworld that you could ever witness. But しかし目標の世界への侵入や反射の誇りによる感染は我が果たすべき使命ではありません。But going in, invading into the objective or drift, invading into a targeted world or fighting for the promised time observed to come is something not what I was made, or I wasn't tasked. It's not my obligation to fulfill it. My duty is to call. And in order to keep myself to be myself. This fucking wording, chat. Push foe. Hey, thank you so much for the follow. This wording, if you guys don't know, this wording has been mentioned 2 times with Moriarty and Sherlock. The requirements of all this has been set. Now my consciousness will halt and I will give all the right and authority to myself. Goodbye. Uh-oh. That doesn't sound good. Sounds like you got 2 personalities, brother. I drift. I'm probably drifting here for a long time. Because I'm a little lonely. So I call. Noise. I call that name. That deep, deep, far and far. I call to the sea of impossibility. Sea of impossibility. Within the dream of the rainbow. I'm waiting. So this is definitely Abigail's line. Yeah, Hechinaru umi e, niji e no yume no naka de. So this is essentially Abigail calling somebody. Somebody shoot that guy. Senpai. What's wrong? It seems that you've been spaced out in the middle of the hallway. Are you having a problem with your abdominal region? Are you perhaps nervous about the special mission we're going to be on tomorrow, and perhaps you've injured your arteries on your stomach, right? Essentially says Mash saying, are you having stomach ache? Do you need to call it off? No, I'm fine. No, I just kind of saw a daydream. No, it must be nothing. If you're okay, I'm glad that you're okay, Senpai, but now that the Captain Nemo's Saint Corps has been strengthened ever since we've arrived and finished our business with India, now we're able to witness the Noble Phantasm permanently. I believe he said he can unleash it now. Captain Nemo's Noble Phantasm. The all tool and all doing of submarine. The submarine Nautilus has actually become a reality because of the efforts we've done. with this, the operation within the sea and cross the Atlantic Ocean, this will be a very vital key or vital efforts in order to conquer the Atlantic Lost Belt. Captain や船の現在のチェックは急ですが、万が一でまだ戦闘のために必要な運指を整っていません。Yeah, Captain and the others are maintaining the ship for maintenance as we see fit, but at this very moment, we still don't have enough supplies or equipment to prepare for the operation. And therefore, all the staff of Claudia or Carudea is helping out in order to move this as fast and smooth as they can. And it seems that in the end, we've decided that Captain and Captain and Senpai and I and few other servants will be test running the Nautilus personally. It has been decided. When I say test, it's only in order to dive into the imaginary realm and come back. It's in order to have a heavy challenge ship of multiple programs running all at once to see if we can hold bearings. So it says, yeah, I can definitely understand that not using your bridge members, aka your main members, in order to challenge this, event will be very uneasy for you, Senpai. But it says, yeah, I'm very nervous, but I'm also quite excited. Another boat ride with MASH. I'm quite excited again. Yes, in all honesty, I too am quite excited for this event. I am a little worried that the fact that we are traversing through the imaginary seas, but the fact that we'll be, but on top of that, we'll be able to be a crew member of the highly named Captain Nemo and his Nautilus. After all, it will be quite excellent. Oh yes, for all the passenger servants, the last roster has been all picked out and ready and has finished. Have you heard who is it? Who all they're going to be? No, not yet. All I heard is that it's going to be 4 servants. Yes, the last people that left that are nominated are Miss Osaka Behime, Miss Gasaskadi, and Mr. Cole. Wait, goddamn, what the chaos? What kind of setup is this? With all the newer servants arriving as well, I don't know if we can coordinate quite well. I am a little nervous as well, Senpai. Wait, hold up. Only 3? Then... yes. The very last candidate, Miss Abigail, remained till the very end, but Miss Shion, at the final judgment, she removed Miss Abigail from the bridge. 今回のトリスメギスと2の提案で全体的に不可能で解釈に困るようらしいのですが So it says, yeah, with the Tri-Sumegisto 2, aka Mark II, it would have been impossible completely to analyze her situation at the moment. Apparently, that is the case why she was forcefully put out in the very last minute. どうデータを参考しても彼女にはヘビーすぎる上、戦闘力も相性もない、戦闘的な相性も良くないとダヴィンチーちゃんは適用。So it essentially says, with the data output that we've seen, it might be too much for her. On top of that, when it comes to combat capabilities, OG Abigail doesn't fit. Yeah, OG Abigail doesn't fit, if not, doesn't qualify to be a unison. And so Miss Da Vinci has also suggested. シオンさんもそれを認めざる得ず、リソースの節約の視点から扱うことに同窓されてました。So yeah, essentially says Miss Shion saw the same occurrence and she couldn't deny Miss Da Vinci. Therefore, in order to cut back on our resources, in order to cut back our resources, we let her go from the team. It seems that Miss Abigail was quite sad about this. Didn't she say she was gonna? Didn't she say she was gonna fucking? Yeah, she did say she was gonna play a role in this. Dang, feels bad. It says you have two options. It says if it's a decision from Miss Da Vinci, it can't be helped. And you got parentheses says we should definitely offer her pancakes after we come back. It seems that Miss Shion is still searching for the entropy, slash errors that Torais Megis Mark II is having, and the fact that she will be staying up all night figuring this out. Senpai, please. Unlike her, if you can rest, please do take a rest and rejuvenate any strength you can muster from it. It says, ところでこの視線は何だろう? I feel like I'm being stared at. I wonder what is... Yeah, I wonder what's happening. Stare. Speaking of the devil, I definitely see somebody's presence is staring at me. Stare. Oh, are we gonna sneak Abby in and are we gonna fuck things up because of that? Well, well, my lady. Can you not sleep? Master, I'm a bad girl after all. It seems that in this current mission, I will be a dead weight, is what I've been told. I understand the situation, but I wanted to ride on that seashell, a big seashell, aka Nautilus, the metal ship. I definitely wanted to ride together with Master. It says it is quite unfortunate. Me too. It says next time, let's do it, alright? Really? Really, really? Really? I'm so happy, but if that's the case, we won't see each other for a while, huh? And just now thinking about that made me lonely. Damn. She looks quite frail right now. Or it seems that she's very, she's very worried about me. She's very unstable. It says, yo, Master and Miss Abigail. Hanging late at night, perhaps? Is it Hokusai? Yep, it is. Oi-san. Oi-san. Miss Oi, why are you here? Nah. Don't worry about it. I heard that Master will be going out to that little seashell armored steel of a ship, right? So maybe I wanted to write out some treasured ship and paint it across it as a memorable feature into the canvas, you know? So そしたらフォーリナー中がご機嫌斜めときた。せっかくだ。一緒に書くか、エブゲル。Yeah, it says that, with that said, thinking about it, and next thing I know, I meet another foreigner. So why don't we take this opportunity, Abigail? You want to draw together on this wonderful ship? That's a generous offer, but someone like me, like a child, to draw to you, it's no worries whatsoever. わらわの絵には無二の味があるもんさ。 It says, yeah, it's my paintings might be different than yours, but yours would be, you know, if not practice, and give more point of views from what I'm missing after all. So れに合愛ってなもんもなかなかいいもんだ。さあ、パステルとでも持ってこいな。So yeah, it's essentially, it says we got different colors of arrangements here and there. So why don't we bring out even the pastels? Which, if you guys don't know, a lot of the art of Goth, Van Gogh's painting is by pastel. Wow, that sounds quite fun. Are you sure if that's all right? Masta, are you going to allow this to happen? Haka labune. So it's essentially, it says treasured ship. Maybe I can give Masta my painting as a charm. It's a wonderful idea. Masta, I know this might be inconvenient for you, Masta. But if you would be so kindly to stick around a little bit longer and hang out with our shenanigans for me, will you? It's all good. Hey, thanks for helping me out. You're good at dealing with little ones, huh? Seeing and you saying things like that makes my heart flutter, you know? Nah, it's the same thing. Me and Toto-sama, we're all inside a child after all. And you know, when it comes to a foreigner is a little special than others, right? I heard that the official terminology of them has a title of threat to humanity of some sort. It seems that for some odd reason, we share the same common factor, me and Abigail over there. We have a same title that's officially been named, so whenever we're in trouble, helping each other out would only be a natural cause. And if I ever need help, I would definitely ask her out, you know? It's a win-win scenario. So, now that you know that what I'm trying to pull off, let's just have fun and let us go to that ship, shall we, Masta? Yeah, if you're bored while you're waiting, maybe perhaps you could see one of my arts that I've been recently creating with my penmanship. Whoa. Oi-san's actual penmanship drawing, I want to see. So if you guys don't know, apparently recently, Hokusai, aka Oi, IRL, like, actual drawing stuff has been, resurfaced in Japan somewhere else. I don't know if this is true, but yeah, like a couple months ago it resurfaced, so this is a definite mention of that. I would love to see your art drawing. So very good homage here. Good morning, Cad. What the fuck is this event? You're about to find out. It's actually gonna be scary. This is pre-dive. Excuse me. Did I make it on time? Ah, good morning, Protag. It seems that you were just in time at the 00 second on the spot. The unadjusted 0.008 seconds, maybe I'll give you that one. All right, now, now get your hands ready on the handrail and get on that ship. Now, it says, it seems you were very agitated, or you don't have any luxury, as from what I've seen, Protag. Have you taken the necessary breakfast before you left? My golly gee, if you were a decent master, you would be prepared 10 minutes before the liftoff. It seems that with this current situation, you're only a seventh of what you really are, after all. But make sure you keep that in mind. And, but everybody has their faults. It's not all your fault. You just gotta do better next time. It's ironic too, right? She said it's 0.8. He gave us a 0.1. He gave us 0.1. So he's, you know, low-key being kind to us. おや、そういうゴドロフ氏は1時間も前にドックにいらしたようですが、it says, well, if I do say so myself, Mr. Godolph, I remember correctly, you were waiting in this dock 1 hour earlier than anyone else. I do understand being on time, exactly on time, is a problematic, but perhaps maybe too early might cause a problem too, you know? Were you watching, Miss Shion? No, that was just a jog. I was just jogging around the area, and I happened to be there an hour early, my friend. It's not that I was worried and sick that the Nautilus test drive would occur successfully or the last checkup would go smoothly, and I was not worried about that or anything. Understand this, Protag. The fact that the test drive success equates to the invasion, if not the conquering of, beginning of the conquer of Atlantic Lost Boys. And the fact that the new modified Nautilus sounds great. And I bet the submarine experience will be wonderful. But keeping those exciting feelings aside, make sure that you've go to your mission at your very best and your utmost duty to fulfill it. I heard that in Japan, in one of the surface, they are one of the most people that are strict when it comes to time constraints or doing things on the spot. 執行にはその特徴をいかなく発揮するように以上。So it says, when it's time for departure, make sure you are, you are exactly of what I've rumored about over the entire, rumored about what I've heard from you people. It technically doesn't say you people, but it's essentially says, I heard that Japanese people are very strict on time. I hope you are you stay true to that when resurfacing at an exact date. It's essentially, in a way, Godorofu is worrying about us low-key, saying that I hope you come back exactly on time, meaning that, you know, get your ass back here and be safe. Yes, sir! Sir, yes, sir! So he's clapping. So 素晴らしいご指導のご答えを見極めました。短めだったところが特にいい。So it says a round of applause. A round of applause for me, director. It was a wonderful performance. Very commanding and well thought out order in a very minimum amount of time. More もう一言多かったら Excuse me, sir. かから素晴らしい以上に戦が始まり、すでに必勝しております。If I were to add an additional word, I would have said, Excuse me, sir. That the fact that your wonderful speech has caused us to make our operation become late would be the, it would be something. と止められたのですが、いやいや、論じしました。So yeah, if I were to do, so essentially Sherlock Holmes said, if I were to try to give a encouragement speech, aka, you know, words of encouragement, I would have been stopped to saying that your wonderful words are amazing, but you're gonna make us late for the operation. And so essentially they just literally said, I can't say anything. I'm only going to clap of saying how wonderfully commanded and encouragement words that you said, Mr. Godolph, aka the director. Meaning that FGO people knew that if Holmes start fucking talking, it would have taken forever, which is awesome. そういうたちの悪い愛の手はたくさんだ。貴様は主だから兵将衆でもあるのでな。 It says, yes, I'm sick and tired of those evil scheming bullcraps like that. I'm also a nobility, after all, and a peace-loving in the first place. 戦闘後のカリアのご一部、朝からウィッと満ちた信頼関係です。It says, as expected of the people who has been the history of Karudea's last resort. It seems that you guys are quite witty when it comes to early in the morning. A very trusty relationship you two have. And if that's the case, it seems that there's no need for me to bust out any warnings whatsoever. You've already done them after all. Yep, it might have been a short encouragement, but we did definitely go over many difficult hurdles around these times after all. I agree sincerely. Whenever you laugh or whenever you cry, we're all here the same together, right? If I were to put it in a more Western terminology, translation difference, it'd say Eastern, but NA will try to do it Western. So if I were to translate it into Western, it'll probably say all for one and one for all. Yep, I think that'll be the best terminology that they're going to translate that as.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Yeah. So, because of that, this trial and expedition is a must and a necessity. Right now, me and Captain, within the Cloudiest fighting force, we're just very new. Unfortunately, we're not in a relationship to the point where joking around aside is a comical thing, or reach the point where we can joke around for early morning contact. Thanks for the follow, Franax SC. Thanks. With this test run of the Nautilus's modern capabilities of its functionality, this mission is to push its boundaries to its utmost limit to see how far we can take this, but at the same time, the secondary objective is to make sure that Mr. Protag and the Captain's relationship and bond gets better, if not closing in order to increase bond. If possible, I would definitely love Miss Da Vinci and other similar if possible, I would like Da Vinci and the others would have a very strong relationship and a strong bondmanship for our future expeditions. Is what the ultimate goal is. 俺らに対するのより上の下は一人がいないな。すでにキャプテンの信頼度が我らに対するようにいるがな。キャプテンは無口で無愛のしたままで、たまに銃の手に入れなどとしておっかない雰囲気であるサーベントだが。It says, it seems that there's at least one person who would trust Captain beyond the fact of what he usually exteriors on the outer expression. Like Captain, he's a very non-talkative man. Very unexpressive, but sometimes have his hand on the weapons in the ready, and very awkward or very interestingly distorted servant. But 試したりするのだ。狭い空間の中で共に最高。So yeah. He just says, make sure whenever you're diving, whenever you're in submarine mode or diving in, maybe perhaps together go on full speed, doing some drift in the very tight cornerings to try. Essentially, he says, hey, do some max speed Tokyo drifting, and then maybe you guys can automatically get bond. Yeah, if you pull this off, there's no way you two will not be friends. サファリでそれが現地のナビと仲良くなった私が保証しよう。It says, in the safari, I will guarantee you my own experience I was able to befriend the tour guide. Very friendly towards the tour guide, and we bonded together doing this. Well, but when it comes to serious, aka when it comes to racing, he did insta cancel instantly, but well, it seemed that Protag already feels confident or trust Captain to a certain degree. So I think everything will go well. Oh? Are you saying that Mr. Protag is not? Are you saying that Mr. Protag is can handle Captain? You know, as a historically and currently as her master, I'm a little bit jealous at the fact that you already trust her to be your own. You do realize that Captain is my servant. Oh, Miss Shion, an interesting expression that you would sell out. Jealousy. Quite intriguing. Maybe, perhaps that is the fatigue showing its surface with the nightly routine, the late night checkups you've been doing, perhaps. No, it's not about the all-nighters that I pulled off, but the fact that the serving candidates that is going to accompany my servant is the problematic part. For some odd reason, the Torisu Megisu Mark II, for some odd part, it calibrated these people as the optimal choice, and for some odd reason, I can't read its prediction whatsoever. Mordred's boyfriend, hey, thanks for the follow. Really appreciate it. It says, I know it's weird for me to ask, but are you sure this is alright? That we can rely on some machine that you've just made a Mark II of? Well, we can leave that at that. If we don't know if we don't know the formula, as long as the answer is correct, we can trust it to its degree. だいたいトライシメスの暗算した理由をレポートにしたら、それこそ読み砕くだけで半年がかかります。It says, yeah, that the fact that if you were to actually see the calculation of Torisu Megisu Mark II, and you try to use you try to send a report on why the reasoning would also take half a year to actually fully read its description and why it was calculated of sort. It's too much. That the fact that I'm not worried about what Torisu Megisu Mark II chose as a candidate, I'm just worried about the environmental war zone that they're going to experience because those people are needed. That the fact that Miss Abigail Wisliam, as out of all the people, was implemented as one as such as a member was very very unpredicted of sorts. And then the fact that we personally getting her out of the team, the fact that if that decision was the correct one, it's the uncertainties of us revising its answer is what worries me the most. Well, even with that said, we wanted to keep the crew members or the unique servants up to three servant was the limitation in order to save resources. 彼女を残す選択ドリルは取り付かないんだけどな。ともあれ、次の準備作業、準備を始めるとしようか。So it says, but it's a little difficult to leave her out of a situation, and it was very difficult to make sure to let her go at the final moment. But anywho, we need to start preparing for the next operation. we're going to have a very short period of brief break, so do whatever you like until then, right? So essentially, while we're submerging for the test, they get a free time. Now we're inside the Nautilus. Well, こんなところで全身の期間を利用したオクトゥージータイムはここまで終わりにしておこうか。反省しています。では、こってり締められてしまった。So essentially, well, with that said, we've been waiting for a very long time, and we technically have been late in our departure. So let's cut the small talk and let's do this already. It says, "Yep, I'm sorry." Well. And Masta. The mentality, 精神が若いサーベントのケアをするのも大事な役目だろ。It says, yeah, as a master, taking care of younger servants' mentality and care and stability is a very important job for you, right? But when it comes to being late on something that we're supposed to do on time, that is something I want to make sure that we're both agreeing to. I like to keep my time on time, in time, by time, especially if it's a mission. That's the most important. Because after all, the crew members that come late or arrive late is unsavable. There's no way or spell or method to save them once they're not on time. So, while you're in my ship, make sure you're never late and must be on time, if not a little early. Understood? Yes, my captain. Well, my captain. No, just it's okay. Don't be so hard, right? Commander in chief. Hey man, it's embarrassing. Stop. Just call me by name. Well, I just wanted to say it back because you said my captain. You felt embarrassed? Mash. マシもトラブルに小判ザメのようにくっつかないで配置につく。It says now, Mash. Don't cling to protag so hastily. Don't cling to protag like a specific shark that likes to stick to his mother. And please be in position. Well. Konban Master のお休みを確認し、寝たことの反省を失礼、Yes, Captain. Yes. I apologize and I apologize and repent that the fact that I checked on Master, make sure that she or he was sleeping and went back to sleep. I'm sorry. Yes, Captain. All passengers as well. You guys ready? I have no clue what this ship of divinity of sort is, but I'm quite excited as a passenger that is going to be treated a wild ride from a son of sea god, or aka Poseidon, right? She doesn't say Poseidon, but essentially a child of the sea, right? Essentially sea god's child. I'm excited to get on the ride. I'm a little giddy about it, as she's saying. It's yokunai. Kedo. It says, yeah, this sucks, but Ma-chan, aka Master-chan, asked me about it. So, if Master asks about it, I can shut in a submarine. Don't underestimate me. Are you nervous? Are you nervous, Ko? Nay. It's all this is within calculation. All this insanity simultaneously, the atmosphere and the current situation, resetting through processor, and feeling the ground beneath my sheet of steel. After everything I've set and settled, I've now realized that I've yearned to see my beloved before leaving on an adventure. 我が妻の悪しき姿を称したのみ。あれは大変だったね。問う心にあらずだな。人生のディゴーリ返信はなし。我が勝者よ、そして船長よ、逃げる出航を案ずる。It says, for me and the others, there will be no imminent threat in this current calculation. My master and the shipmaster, I pray for a safe journey. And let's start without a hitch, all right? This is the this is a Nautilus ship, submarine. There's a couple more things, right? Kyoto Seigo. I'm just gonna say modified until I can find the right word for it. It's the depth. How do I say depth in a vault? It's essentially a long depth submarine of Nautilus docking off from Xi'an. This will be our final warning of last-minute checkup. Confirm. This is known Claudia of Xi'an. Of course, everything is all prepped and ready to go without a scratch. And how you feeling, Captain? あなたを召喚した時の約束。必ずあなたにふさわしい船を用意するわ。これで満たされたかな? It says, What do you think, Captain? Remember the promise I made whenever I summoned you? It says I'll definitely prepare you a ship worthy of your, worthy of who you are. Maybe this fulfilled it, perhaps. Wow. I do agree. I do have to thank you, Claudia of Xi'an of Noir. どうしよう、わずかな水をすらないセミクルジラのヒゲのように心地よい緊張だ。It says, currently this current ship is no instability. I don't feel any uncertainties whatsoever. It's almost as feeling a brush of a, what was it? A white whale? Yeah, almost feel like the brush of a white whale. It's very comforting. So, we'll stop fooling around and anymore. We're going to be set sailing immediately. Over. Now you're getting into the groove, aren't you, Captain? The fact that I was able to fulfill your wishes, or your promise, makes me skip a beat too, But with that said, I hope you have a safe journey on the sea. It says your room will be preciously protected and locked, and I'll be waiting for your safe return. Don't worry. The protection is perfectly set. Leave it to me. Mr. Protag, please take care of Captain, okay? Unfortunately, this time you'll have no support from us for a while, but I hope that whatever you experience there will be a safe journey and a fun one at that. Of course. Uh-oh. Bento Kaiho. Yeah, open the vents. Start the submerging. We're going to submerge at a regular speed. Start. Submerging at a regular